それでは始めていきましょうか。待ってね。今回は特別企画。もうじき始まる Xbox のショーケース。私が見ながら適当に時間を潰す、そんな企画となっております。まあこんな時間に見る人は少ないと思うので、ちょっと待ってね。
接続テスト。
これでどうだ。これでいいですね。さてさて、まあとりあえずは祠でも片付けておきましょうか。3時からのスターフィールドダイレクトの方は公式から誰でもミラーしていいよと発表が出てますので、そっちはここでもミラーしたいと思います。とりあえずは祠2月号レッツゴー。力の部分でも2時からの部分でも気になったものはスクリーンショットでも貼ろうと思います。そしてまたパンチ一丁である。何これ。 問題はどうやって近づくかですね。怖い怖い。まあここは天下の宝刀。ゴリ押しでいきましょう。危ない危ない。とりあえず上陸成功。めっちゃ怖い。そっちにも入るのか。とりあえず弓と矢果てに入った。怖い怖い。そろそろやばい。
ああ、こんな時間に。
まあ今回は特別企画ですね。たまたま明日が休みになったので、今晩か。チョコラやる感じです。まあストーリーは進めないのですので、あまりご無理はなさらず。これはきつい。というかゆっくり見たいのに忙しすぎる。 ちゃっちゃと終わらせないと。企画倒れの可能性が高いですね。電気の矢が厄介。引っかかった。ステンバイ、ステンバイ。これ落としたらまずいので、ちょっと待ってね。とりあえず始まりました。これは何のゲームだろ。とりあえず電気のやつから始末する。窓前から。お前からだ。 これでだいぶ片付いたはず。あと半分ぐらいかな。とりあえず発表会の方は何かの海外ゲームを発表してますね。ゲームパスタと当日から遊べるから、それの宣伝かな。これは何だろう。スター・ウォーズのゲームかな。ルーカスフィルムって書いてますからね。よくわからんけど、これで殴れってことかな。やっと片付いた。これでやっとゆっくり発表会髪切る。スター・ウォーズのゲームみたいですね。私が何を見てるかはXbox とかで検索すれば、ニコニコでも生放送してますね。
時代じゃなさそうやけど、そういうゲームなんかな。
スター・ウォーズはローグワンとかハンソルとかあのあたりが人気だから、スピンオフみたいな感じですね。 そこは終わり。
親指ウォーズ。
カートゥーンか何かかな。今度はまた違うゲームですね。なんか事前に漏れてるけど、ペルソナ3のリメイクとかもあるらしいですよ。
おお。
ここもまたやらないといけませんね。今やってるやつはディアボロみたいな感じかな。いわゆる箱、空ってやつですね。ハクスラとか言いながら、次の祠行きましょう。
ディアボロの大冒険。
最近だとディアボロというとジョジョの奇妙な冒険になってしまう。ここはどんな感じかな。高橋をかけるゲームとか昔ありましたね。次はクライマックス4かな。そうだったかもしれない。クライムアクション。レインボー6みたいな花。
30分延長しました。
これはそんなに難しくない。こういうのでいいんだよ、こういうので。深夜にパンチ一丁とか正気の沙汰じゃないですからね。この辺りかな。次は何だろう。ペルソナじゃないですか。 ペルソナ3のリメイクですね。これもゲームパスか。ゲームパスに入ってれば初日から遊びますね。これでいいのかな。これは何だろう。ゴッド・オブ・ウォーかな。よそ見は良くない。またルーカスフィルム館。ピーターパンみたいなやつかな。海賊ゲームだとアサシンクリードも作品によってはめっちゃ海賊してますね。
来場しました。
いらっしゃいませ。ゆっくりしていってね。今のところ全然関係ない話ながら危ない危ない。ほこらやってますが3時になったら多分ミラーできるので わかりやすくなるんじゃないでしょうか。今度は何だろう。フライトシミュレーター。飛行機の種類が増えるのかな。
おやすみ。
俺様です。お疲れ様です。そこの洞窟やってなかったかな。ちょっと行きますか。なんかめっちゃビームが出てる。何かヒノックスがいるんですが。深夜2時、やる内容じゃないですよ。しかも発表会見ながらやる流れじゃないと思う。ああ、そういうことか。こいつが持ってるのね。というか、かわすところがない。だからご利用しましょうね。今度は何だろう。 人がヒノックス倒してる間にまた違うのやってますね。さとりさん、こんにちは。そしてさよならです。あとは一緒、外に持っていけば完了かな。到着。これも2020。1000円で2024年で。ゲームパスタ、ようですね。龍が敷く、北。噂の出てた。スピンオフのやつかな。
春日くん満喫してる。
これはやばいのでは。もしこれをミラーしてたら逮捕されてしまう。パンチ一丁どころの話じゃなかった。 FALLOUT76 段。ちょっと待ってね。何する気なの？まあ、基本的に76イコール100%のプレイヤーが揃いって火力で敵を蹂躙するゲームですからね。マートでダイレクトやる。スターフィールドが宇宙版の FALLOUT というか SKYRIM みたいなもんですからね。次はカプコンか。鬼武者かな。さすがにこの夜空はモンハンじゃなさそうだけど。登れない。世界観だけ見ると狼みたいな感じですね。Q もタイトルも神だった。なんか違う。 今やってるな。ほろたかな。FORGA MOTORSPORT。 頑張って英語で読んで。FORGA3 と買うときは車のカスタムペイントとかでいろいろ遊んでましたね。これでいけるかな。
来た来た来た。
別にいらないやつだった。さすがに祠の宝箱で弓矢、後半は悲しい。これでいけるかな。あと20分ぐらいかな。エルダースクロールオンラインは昔友達とやってたけど途中でやめちゃいましたね。オーバーウォッチ歌とりあえずここは OK。 3時までにあと1個ぐらいはいけるかな。 帰り道。ヨーグルトを食べるまでが遠足ですね。まあこれは大体わかる。というか戻ること。他の能力って。またペルソナ来た。でもこれはディフォルメしてるからペルソナ9みたいですね。タワーディフェンスみたいなやつ。これもゲームパスか。あそこまで炎を持っていくっていうことかな。
30分延長しました。
なんかもうスターフィールド始まってますね。まだダイレクトじゃないと思うんだけど。これはつまり気をつければいいのかな。今度は何だろう。 だけ残ってるけど。崖登ってるけど。桜ビルドとかしそうですね。ああ、そういうことか。完全に理解した。つまりこういうことですね。ボールをゴールにシュート。あれ？ああ、そうか。途中で止めないとダメなのか。
立夏のお団子をお食べ。ちょっとちゃんとやりなさいよ。あんたはここで立夏と死ぬのよ。
開けたら閉めるってやつですね。ハイファイラッシュみたいな感じかな。
来た来た来た。
サイバーパンクだ。ダウンロードコンテンツかな。
来た来た来た。
祠もあと一つぐらい回れそうですね。回れそうですね。 サイバーパンクも本当に何でもありだとえらいことになりますから。サイバーパンクのアニメだとなんか最後は重力を操ったりとかめちゃくちゃなことになってた気がする。それでこれは何なの？こういうことかな。9月16日。大丈夫。スターフィールド。めっちゃかぶってる気がするんだけど。今度は街づくりゲームですね。なぜ力技で渡ろうとしたのか、これがわからない。とりあえずこれでどうなの？またアトラスか。これは何だろう。
アトラスってこんなに開発ラインあったのか。
ペルソナ3と4と5のクロスオーバーなのかな。なんかグラフィックすごいんだけど。3のリメイク作ったな。これゆか、これが理由かな。とりあえずあとはハートの変換でも言っておきましょう。これはアクションありのファンタジーなゲームかな。世界初公開が続くな。これは何だろう。バイオショックインフィニットになのかな。でも INFINIT はストーリーが完全に完結してるから続けられないんですよね。配信で流行ってないけど INFINIT は一回クリアしました。なんか時間いじりまくってるね。女神像どこ行った？違うところ行こう。 フィル・スペンサー、画像。なんかまとめ入りましたね。マスターフィールドだけで。厨房忙しいんだけど、十分忙しすぎるけど。あれこれ。賢者のやつを選ばないと。いけた、いけた。今回はペルソナ絡みが多かったですね。この近所のなんとかとかも。ハートと頑張りみたいに。コスタリカに移せるのかな。誰か別の人に移せるのかな。とりあえず一旦セーブ。そろそろ始まりそう。始まりますね。ちょっと待ってね。
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
宇宙版の FALLOUT ですね。
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a
その理
Bethesda
解で
RPG through and through, where you step
ほぼ
into
間
a new
違い
world
ないと思
and
い
you
ま
get
す。
that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds.
いろんな星を回れるら
Because
し
the
い。
choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
文字の星は
That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
オデッセイの主人公みたいに
We realistically simulate the galaxy around you.
一人で当てもな
Our
く
next
さまようとか
generation lighting model uses real-time global
できるん
illumination
ですね。
to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
クラフト要素もあるのかな。FALLOUT76 でよく見る動き。
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to
という
pack
か
a ton
宇
of
宙
detail
服が
in
基本
every
なのか
object,
な。
from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and he can even say your name. Let's head out.
モノリ姿がいいな。
Our mission was to convey the
Interstellarで出
wonder
てきた。
and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of
あ
early
んな
space
感じ
flight.
とロボット
And
を
we've been
共に
referring
し
to
た
this
い。
approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of
Millennium
lo-fi
Falcon
rather than
作るしかない。
sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Mark.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
宇宙戦艦ヤマトみたいなの作って
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
波動砲とか撃てるのかな。
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in
30分延長
size,
しました
but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
FLL を行き
if you really
だと
stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also
Gekko
where
ikareta
your adventure
kanji no-
with Constellation begins.
クエストが多いけどどうなんでしょうね。
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got
Oh,
Sarah Morgan, the
PRTS
ex-soldier
ってやつかな。
and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates?
スペースカウボーイ
Highly resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you
Cowboy
take with
Bebop
Constellation is
かな。
just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
ああいう感じの宇宙船作るのもいいかもですね。
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
シドニア
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but
何か
is
西
now
部劇
known throughout the
してる
settled systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So,
でもスカイリム
ready
と
to get
か
out there?
FALL
Throughout the
を
galaxy,
ユ
there
キ
are
の
so
プレ
many
イ
things
やっ
to
て
see and stories to experience. But the
大
most
体
important
好
story
き放題
is
し
the
ま
one
す
that
よ
you
ね
tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all the characters and NPCs you can see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make
やばい
yourself.
人たちがいっぱいいるのに
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
これキャラメイクだけでも
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings, it's a lot. But I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have 2 ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grab drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had like a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still want to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the grab drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
でもここまでやるなら
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems
ロ
of
ボ
the
ット
ship
型
you
の宇宙
target.
船とかもかっこよく作りたいですね。アルドのゼロとか
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the
オレン
remains
ジ
from
色
your
の機体
cockpit.
のロボット作りた
You
い。
can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
ガンダムをさすが
But
に
you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and
出すと
boarding their
怒られ
ship.
そうだから。それは我慢しておきます。
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my
ラビアノーズ
Let's see
かな
about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well.
これゲ
You
ー
can
ム
hail
容
any
量
ship you come across to trade, swap info, or
ど
maybe
れ
even
ぐらい行
commit
くんだ
an
ろう
act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes.
やっぱり
I want to take over ships.
うん
I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the
乾燥
sandwiches
しておこう
and
か
put
な
them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're
むしろ
human.
寄り
We
道し
thought
か
we
ない
were
の
the
で
only
は
ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey
everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon.
これは何
It's
だろ
got
う
the intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a constellation
限定
patch,
版の特
NATO
典か何
strap,
かかな
and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this.
You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
動かせたら面白いですね。デザインがいちいちおしゃれ。
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
.動きそのものは SKYRIM 見え FALLOUT そのものだからとっつきやすいですね。
広告貢献1位ゲストさんが 1200PT
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can
広告あり
find,
がとうございます。
harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
20位にランクインしました。
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
マグロと光る人は遠慮しときます。戦闘も楽しめそうでいいですね。 なんか
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we can show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets,
the day-night cycle. Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom,
the ending, Vesca, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
9月6日いいですね。ちょっと音声切っとこ。この辺りはな、ガスト。著作権に引っかかるかも。この辺りが難しいところですね。今年は本当にゼルダだけで忙しいのに。これも発売日来たら。 年末まであっという間な気がする。とりあえずこれで終わりかな。それじゃあ、あと一つ、二つ。祠、クリアして、終わりにしましょうか。今年は本当にオープンワールドの当たり年ですね。個人的には宇宙船もいいけど、やっぱりモビルスーツみたいなロボットも作りたいですね。さて、ここはどんな感じかな？ボールを誘導する感じか。これでいいのかな？上に参ります。だいたいパチンコですよね。釘の流れを調整する感じ。ああ、これで宝箱取れるのか。 もうちょっと上ですね。でもこれ、自分が登れないのでは？ああ、そういうことか。どこに流すものもないので、右上、これでも流しておきましょう。こっちにしとくか。これでやっといける。 押して。この辺りかな。止まってしまった。これって自力で運んだらダメなの？もうこれでいいのでは？これで問題ないよね、多分。これも引っかかるからダメか。ほっと。ダメなやつが売ってましたね。まあこの時間なら特に問題ないでしょうけど。 これでどうかな。ボールが引っかかってる。一応こっちから板を1枚持っていきましょうか。勢いが足りないか。
30分延長しました。
加減が難しい。だいたいこんな感じかな。 こうやってワイプ枠で過去のアーカイブ流すのもありなような気がしてきた。とりあえずあと一つ。祠クリアしたら終わりにしましょうか。ああ、私が配信をミラーできる機会なの。機会はあんまりないですからね。そんな感じでやってみましたが、まあ良かったんじゃないでしょう。これか。向こうから持ってくるやつ。ゲーム的には本当に楽しみですね。まあ、あえて不安要素を言うなら、このゼルダのごっつい感じの DLC が出走でちょっと怖いですね。これを美味しくどこから持ってくるの？この向こうかな。晴れか。いけるのかな。 運んでみましょう。働く車。頑張れ頑張れ。ちょっとパワーが足りない。到着。石を置くまでが遠足ですね。まあ今のところ本編はぼちぼち進んでるけど、祠がたまる一方だったからちょうどいいんじゃないでしょうか。まあ発表会も終わったし、私もそろそろ寝ますかね。
味。
さて、それでは。ご視聴をありがとうございました。それではおやすみなさいませ。お疲れ様でした。
おつでした。
これにて配信を終了いたします。
ディスクを抜くと